this is proof, man. It's just proof. Yo, when you a thorough nigga, bro. When you a thorough nigga, hold up. When you a thorough nigga, you really gotta watch yourself. You gotta be careful. And this is proof, man. For fucking damn near 7 years, I had disgusting ass black people too. Like it's mainly a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? Definitely around me. Next to me, like in just in this community. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them that supported these white supremacists. And they literally been trying to make me believe I was lower, less than myself. Like literally, when I'm sitting here mixing and seeing how they able to manipulate and mess with my computer because they had access to it, and they just been sabotaging me, literally making everything I do harder, everything, literally harder. And when you look at that, like, and it's men, so-called men and women, grown adults. When you look at that, it's like, bruh, like, that's something like, and then I'm just hearing my shit, like, I just put this together, y'all. I mean, nah, I didn't just put it together. I'll tell you, I made this shit a long time ago. But I just, well, yeah, I just switched the sounds a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They better. And it's crazy. It's coming out crazy. But no, then I'm just looking at old things that was happening, and I'm like, no, this is suspect. These people been controlling my computer off and on. But just point, period. Hold on. I was just writing some stuff. That's why I was talking to y'all. I was writing it. But when, when I'm fucking seeing what they can do, I'm like, bitch, you was doing that shit the whole fucking time. I mean, they was influencing my computer, making drives work harder, making my fan work when nothing needs even on. You know what I'm saying? Just doing everything possible to try to sabotage me and make me think less of myself. People literally dedicated to making us think less of ourselves, though. That's what I want y'all to really understand. It's people out here. They have a budget and they're paying people to make certain people think less of themselves. To this, if that's not the most disgusting shit almost I've ever heard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not the most, but it's almost. It's up there. You know what I'm saying? It's up there so much. They do the most despicable stuff that people would be like, nah, people wouldn't do that. Nobody, that amount of people wouldn't be involved in, and nobody would do this. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? And all I'm just here to do is show you it's being done. Because again, I'm one of the ones that they haven't put in the institution. These people was literally singing songs about putting me in the institution years ago. It's like almost 7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I mean? And I'm one of the people who know they haven't publicly said nothing about me. I'm one of the people who constantly demanding justice from these people. I'm one of the people they can't make those psychotic excuses. I've been through psychiatric evaluations. I'm one of them people they just can't make none of those. I'm waiting. I've been waiting. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here to show you what's being done to us, man. And a lot of people who they have, either drove crazy or making appear crazy. Because let me make you completely aware. There's plenty of these videos I made and looked at myself like, damn. Just explaining this shit, you look kind of crazy because nobody would believe that people this low. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's why I like how bold they became, because they got real bold to now they exposed it. People do know that this is going on. We just have to show them how deep it is, if people do understand that it's some bullshit going on, but they just don't understand how deep it is and how much this program has devastated people like me, especially minorities, poor whites. They just don't understand how much tactics and systems and programs just like this a long time ago, they've been shut down multiple times for unethical practices. These people is using all kind of devices on our bodies. It's biological warfare, not just it is spiritual warfare for sure. To like, I didn't want to just look at it in a spooky sense, but not even on no spooky stuff. It just make mathematical sense. You know what I'm saying? It just add up. You know what I'm saying? When y'all can't even pick up the Bible and say you believe in God or the Most High or any of that, and you're not looking at what's going on right now, and understand it's an adversary at play, making evil fair seeming. You know what I'm saying, to a lot of people. So I'm just here to show y'all. I hope y'all pay attention to the podcast I'm putting out. Like I said, I'm investing in this stuff. These people definitely be attacking my finances, and I still have to invest in different stuff to make a voice, not only for myself but other people. Especially, like I said, it's many other people that don't have a voice. It's many times I didn't have a voice. I can show you, and I am, and we're gonna go through some of my podcasts because I want to show other targeted individuals for the most part too that it's plenty of days where I'm in here snacking out. So when I'm telling you, like the dude, another way is better. I'm not acting like I don't have days like that. I be having days like that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody will let that shit, you know what I'm saying, every once in a while. But that's what they count on. That's what they count on. Because they going to have a camera on. They going to have the camera off every other time, every other second except for that second, them minutes. You know what I'm saying? And that's all they going to have. They going to have little clips. They ain't going to have the full conversation of what you said and nothing, or the altercation and nothing. All they gonna have for the most part is those little clips. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we just have to be more strategic on how we doing stuff. That's all. I don't make no excuses for these people. But we is dealing with some weird stuff and some weird times. But like when I'm noticing with my situation, no, these people have been planning and plotting and doing this for a long time. And it's not like I just noticed. Like I said, did notice. I was just seeing how much people was committed, and it looked like people was really committed to this whatever agenda and plan they had from for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. So you got to look at who's around you. You know what I'm saying? Cause trust me, bro, if it can happen to me, it can happen to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I was blindsided, for who they was able to use against me and was used against me. But it's like these systems is crazy. You know what I'm saying? We can't look at other people like it's just happening to them and it ain't going to happen to us. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And this is just how some people work. You know what I'm saying? On both sides. It always been definitely them trying to do this to us. And it always been sellouts. You know what I'm saying? It always been sellouts. And now it's a lot more reasons to sell people out. They have bigger leverage to use against people. They have, it's just crazy. Bigger positions to, corners to back people in different circumstances. Just in general, things have gotten more fancy. So, you can you can kind of just tempt somebody if they don't have no strong foundation, and people sell you out, and it just is what it is. But it's some of us, and you should be happy though, because that makes you that much more valuable. 100%, it makes you that much more valuable. Because once people do stuff like this and it's known, nobody forgets it. That's your life. Everybody's going to read. Definitely if you do some fucked up shit, Everybody's going to remember that for the rest of your fucking life. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Just the people. It's not. We're not talking about everything else that comes with it. So again, you should be happy. You know what I'm saying? You're the value, and they're raising your value. Don't you should be happy you're on the side you're on. Anybody, I don't care. The people that's doing it with them know that they can't trust each other. Think about that. Everybody around you gonna know immediately. Well, if they do, they stupid. So either way, we win. I told you it's inevitable. Like, and there's so many other ways I could break this shit down for you, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But either way, I'm telling you, I would always rather be us, man. We on the right side. It is what it is. I know how I may look. I know how I may feel. But that right there should just right there alone. That alone, right there. Like, think about it. Would you trust somebody you know is betraying somebody, selling somebody out, switching up on somebody? Would you trust somebody that would just give away their body and different stuff, like all the tactics that they be doing? Would you trust them? If you seen that, would you trust them? Ever? Ever? Would you? I'm just asking. So why would you even consider, or even get mad at these people? I'm telling you, you have to not let them people like they used to do. I'm telling you, I'm gonna play some video. When I get into these backups, we're gonna go into some podcasts and videos. I'm not gonna hide it from y'all because we human. You know what I'm saying? We out here. You know what I'm saying? And we got the right to feel that way, but we don't have the right to let these people put us in that position of leverage shit against us, man. It is what it is. When we know better, we should do better. A little bit. You know what I'm saying? We should definitely work on doing better. So I know we should do better. And I'm making them make me better, man. That's what I be doing. And that's what I preach. That's, you know what I'm saying. We gotta be make us better. Even getting more disciplined with filing reports on these people and stuff like that. You know what I mean? The right way, in a strategic way, educating each other on this because we can. And I'm gonna put some stuff up on the True I Speak podcast, but I gotta piss and this shit don't be. I'm out of here.